So to be clear, I don't call myself an apologist. You can call myself one, but I just don't use the label for myself to call myself an apologist. Well, an apologist typically means someone who tries to offer defense of a religious or even a belief system or even a worldview. I just don't call myself an apologist because I don't think I'm trying to offer a defense of the topics I'm talking about. Now, you can use the label for apologist. I'm not denying or saying it's a bad label or not. I just personally don't use it. For example, the main topics I discuss on my channel are biblical contradictions, biblical slavery, atheism and the burden of proof, and the dietary laws. But I don't think I'm offering defense of those topics in any way. I just try to explain what I think is happening. Now, if you want to equate explaining with defending, I mean, you can. I just think by that logic, I have to call everybody an apologist. I have to call the scientists an apologist. I have to call, if you claim that atheism is a lack of belief, you are an apologist to that label and stuff like that nature, which I think is a redundant term in a sense. I think it's kind of funny sometimes where early on the channel, I had a lot of people calling me an apologist. All these apologists lie. They got to make sure they stretch the truth and all that stuff right there. I'm like, okay, you can call me one, but I don't really see what that's supposed to mean. It's like how I explained the burden of proof. Once you make a claim, you have a burden of proof. And that claim can be claiming you lack belief, claiming that X exists, claiming that there is no X, whatever. But once you make that claim, you have a burden of proof. And all that means is that explaining or giving your reasons for why you say such a claim, which I think the term burden of proof is kind of like a pointless term in conversations, which I think is a meaningful term and stuff like in the law in a sense. I'm pretty sure majority of people who watching this probably watched The Incredibles, where I think, what's the name? Bucky? No, wait. When a dude named Syndrome was saying like, when everyone is super, no one will be. Which I think if you want to equate explaining with defending, then everyone's an apologist, which I'm like, well, I mean, I guess when you use the term everyone's an apologist, okay, I mean, but I just use that term because I think if you want to use that label, I mean, you can use it, but I don't use that term because I think it's a pointless term. I don't think I'm defending anything about it. I see the term the same way as like personal training or the label personal training. Like technically you can call yourself a personal trainer where you have a degree, whether you have a certification or no certification. There are even some people who have certain certifications that do the same acts as personal trainers, but don't like being called personal trainers. I see it as a label if you want to be called such a thing. So again, I don't have a problem with someone to call themselves apologists, but I'm just not gonna call myself an apologist. Yeah, it's my Monday video, so I got like, subscribe, and comment in the video.